We all chase something, don't we? Whether it's that elusive sense of financial freedom, maybe a big breakthrough in our career.
Yeah, launching a passion project or just making a personal dream happen.
Exactly. And so many of us, we stand right on the edge of these things, wishing for them, hoping they just materialize, sometimes praying for luck.
But it's funny, isn't it? So many wish, but only a few seem to actually get there, to make those big visions real.
That's the kicker. What is their secret? Is it just talent they were born with? Or, like, incredible luck?
Or maybe something else, a kind of blueprint, perhaps.
Well, that's what we're exploring today. Welcome, everyone, to The Deep Dive. Today, we are peeling back the layers of a truly monumental book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
And think about when this came out in 1937, right smack in the middle of the Great Depression.
A time when hope was.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty scarce for a lot of folks. But this book, it just took off. Sold over 100 million copies eventually. Still impacting people today.
And the wisdom in it wasn't just dreamt up. Hill spent, 2 decades studying 500 of the most successful people of his era.
Yeah, an incredible list. We're talking the richest people, top politicians, inventors, writers, captains of industry.
Yeah.
Just wow.
And Hill himself, he wasn't just a writer. He advised President Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
So he had this amazing access.
He really did. So our mission today, it isn't just about getting rich, in dollars and cents, though that's part of Hill's original focus.
Right. It's more about pulling out those core principles, the learnable traits, the actual strategies behind achieving any big goal, any dream you might have.
We're here to give you a shortcut, sort of, to becoming really well-informed on that success mindset, helping you figure out what actually works.
So expect some maybe surprising facts, timeless ideas.
And hopefully just enough humor to keep you hooked. We're going to break down how you move past just wishing into actually doing. Real insights you can apply to your own life.
It's such a fascinating idea, isn't it? That success isn't some mystery, not just luck, but it's actually identifiable traits you can cultivate.
Yeah, he kind of reverse engineered it. Revolutionary for his time, and honestly, still so relevant.
And for you listening, it means the secret isn't really secret. It's a blueprint. But the question is, are our own desires strong enough to actually use that blueprint?
That's a great transition, because the book hits us with this really crucial distinction right away. We all have wishes, right? I wish I had more time, wish I could travel.
Wish I had that dream job, yeah. Common thoughts.
Totally. But the book is clear. A wish alone, it's not enough. It won't get you there. It demands something way more powerful, a burning desire.
A burning desire. That sounds intense.
It is. So for you listening, how do you tell the difference? Is your dream just a nice idea, a castle in the sky? Or is it fueled by something that, well, won't let you quit?
That internal fire.
Exactly. And the book gives these incredible examples like Thomas Edison. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Trying to invent the light bulb and enduring. The book says more than 10,000 failed experiments.
Yeah.
10,000.
Wow. That's almost impossible to comprehend, the level of commitment.
Right. Each failure must have felt crushing, but he kept going. His goal, his desire was so intense, it just powered him through where anyone else would have said, forget it.
He didn't just want a light bulb. He felt he had to create it. It was non-negotiable for him.
Totally non-negotiable. And then there's Fannie Hurst, the writer.
Oh, yeah. Her story's amazing, too.
She faced over 36 rejections before her first story got published. 36 no's.
Think about that. The sheer discouragement. Most people would crumble after maybe 5 rejections, let alone over 30.
Seriously. Questioning everything. But for Hurst, her burning desire to be a novelist, it was just stronger than the frustration. She had to be a writer.
And look what happened. Successful career. It shows what happens when a wish becomes this unshakable drive.
Absolutely. It fuels everything.
That sense of non-negotiability, that's the core, isn't it? And what's fascinating about this burning desire isn't just how strong it is, but how it almost chemically changes setbacks, turns them into fuel.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's not just motivation that fades when things get hard. It's like this internal furnace, you know, keeping you going even when everything seems against you. Your goal isn't just nice to have. It feels essential, part of who you are. And connecting this to the bigger picture, it really suggests that your emotional investment is just as vital, maybe even more so, than all the planning.
So the heart has to be in it before the head can really work effectively.
Exactly. Before you even draw the map, you need to ignite that deep, visceral commitment. Without that fire, the best plans can still fall apart. It's a conviction beyond preference.
It really makes you think.
So the question for you listening is, how intense is your feeling about your goals? Are they strong enough to push through real frustration, real setbacks, or are they still kind of optional?
That's a powerful self-check.
Mm.
Okay, so let's say you've identified that burning desire. That internal furnace is lit. What's next?
Planning, right. Getting specific.
Precisely. The book is crystal clear. Define your goal as precisely as possible. No more vague dreams. Any old dream won't cut it.
Because if the target is blurry, your aim will be too.
Exactly right. If it's nebulous, your efforts get scattered. So the source stresses key elements for specificity. First, if it's money, decide precisely how much money you want to make.
Not just more money, a number, something concrete.
Yes, like hitting a bullseye, not just shooting vaguely. Second, nail down when you want to achieve your goal. Don't let it float off into some indeterminate future.
Because someday usually means never. A deadline creates urgency, focus.
It forces accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And third, and this one's often missed, define what you're prepared to invest to accomplish it.
And that's not just cash, is it?
Not all. It's time, effort, learning, maybe giving things up. It forces you to be realistic about the commitment.
Right, what's the actual cost? You got to figure that out.
And then, beyond just defining the goal, you need a detailed plan. The book says, come up with a plan that outlines every step you'll need to take.
Like a blueprint. Makes the impossible feel possible, step by step.
It breaks it down, demystifies it, makes that huge mountain look like a series of climbable hills.
Yeah.
And once that plan exists,
Get cracking.
that's exactly what it says. Get cracking. Don't waste another minute. Overcome that inertia. Build momentum.
Start the engine.
Yeah. And there's even this reinforcement technique. A daily ritual. Auto-suggestion.
Ah, yes, telling yourself, basically.
Kind of says write down your goal and your detailed plan. Then read it aloud twice every day. Once in the morning, once every night before bed.
Twice a day, why aloud?
The idea is that this consistent practice makes it a lot easier to make any other dream come true
Yeah.
by anchoring it deep in your thoughts and, crucially, your subconscious.
That twice daily reading, it's not just about remembering, is it? It feels more deliberate, like programming.
Programming is a good word for it.
Yeah, programming your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is like this powerful underlying operating system, right? It doesn't really question the commands you feed it. It just runs the program.
Okay, makes sense.
So reading it aloud, writing it down, it takes that abstract desire and turns it into a concrete, repeated command. It solidifies it into a core belief.
So it's more than just a reminder.
Much more. It's impressing that goal onto the deepest level of your mind, making it feel like something you must achieve, not just something you want. It becomes an internal imperative.
Building that mental muscle.
Exactly. That automatically steers you towards the goal.
Okay, so we have the burning desire, the precise plan, and this way to reinforce it daily. What else is foundational?
Faith. Unwavering faith in yourself.
Ah, yes. The book really hammers this home. Without it, you're building on sand. Everything could just crumble.
It says, no wealth has ever been acquired, no faraway continents ever discovered, nothing ever invented without this faith as its basis. That's a huge claim.
It is huge. It's not just positive thinking. It's this deep, unshakable conviction that you can see it through, even when things look bleak.
Even when the evidence seems stacked against you.
Right. And the example used is incredibly powerful. Mahatma Gandhi.
Wow.
Think about it. No money, no army, no official power. Yet he managed to defy British colonial power and lead his country to freedom.
How? What was his main resource?
His belief, his unbending belief that he could exercise an influence so great upon his fellow countrymen that they would stand up for their common goals.
So his faith wasn't in external things, but internal capacity and inspiring others.
Exactly. That belief created a reality, moved an empire. It shows conviction can be stronger than, well, might.
Gandhi's example is just profound. Faith being more powerful than material stuff. Believing so deeply you create a shared reality.
It really shifts your perspective.
And our own faith in ourselves that has this huge impact on our self-image, our life. It helps us move mountains. Literally, it turns limits into opportunities.
Transforms how you see everything.
But here's the really hopeful part for you, listening. This unwavering faith, it is not necessarily something you're born with or that falls from the sky.
Ah, so it's not just luck of the draw.
No, it's something anybody can develop it bit by bit through auto-suggestion.
So it's learnable, like a skill. Belief engineering almost.
Belief engineering, I like that. It offers a path. It makes you ask, how can I cultivate that kind of unshakable belief, especially when I'm full of self-doubt?
That is the million-dollar question. If
Yeah.
it's not innate, how do we get it? And the book points back to auto-suggestion.
Right, that programming technique again.
Exactly. It's not magic, but a deliberate, systematic way to influence your own mind. Like consciously directing your thoughts to shape your beliefs.
Like gardening your mind?
Perfect analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Autosuggestion uses very specific and purposeful thoughts or ideas. You use it to convey certain commands or positive goals to your own subconsciousness.
A direct line to that powerful, hidden part of the mind, the part driving the ship.
Right. And by consistently feeding it these commands, you directly increase your own belief in yourself. It's a loop. Conscious input strengthens unconscious conviction.
A positive feedback loop you build yourself.
So what are these commands, generally? The book says it's about persuading yourself of 3 key things. First, you can reach your goals.
Okay, basic capability.
Second, your thoughts can be transformed into reality, reinforcing that mental power.
The creative aspect.
And third, you must go your own way with confidence, instilling self-reliance, boldness.
Got it. Capability, creativity, confidence.
These become the bedrock. And the book says, the more you use autosuggestion, the likelier it is that it will help you achieve success. Repetition is key.
Building those new neural pathways.
Exactly. By impressing your goals deep into your unconscious, it will steer all your thoughts and actions towards making them come true. It explains how desire plus planning plus faith turns into consistent action.
Your inner compass gets set, pointing straight at the goal, makes it feel inevitable.
It really reframes the subconscious, doesn't it? Not just storage, but an active engine shaping reality.
Totally. It means our internal chatter, our deliberate thoughts, they're way more critical than we usually think. For you, it means consciously choosing that narrative you feed your mind.
You're the architect of your inner world.
Precisely. And autosuggestion is the tool to program yourself for success. It goes beyond just thinking positive. It's structured belief building.
Which implies a big responsibility for our own thoughts.
Absolutely, because your internal dialogue directly impacts your external results. It's like that garden. You choose the seeds, you pull the weeds, the harvest reflects the work.
Okay, fascinating stuff on the internal foundations. Let's shift now. What about the more tangible skills and knowledge needed?
Right, because desire and faith are crucial, but you need know-how too.
But the book says throw out the traditional definition of knowledge. It's not about diplomas or degrees necessarily.
Interesting. So what is it about then?
It's more strategic, more fluid, more about applied knowledge. And the example is Henry Ford again. Didn't make it to high school, yet built an empire.
Right. Practical ingenuity over formal credentials. He knew what he needed to know for his specific goal.
Exactly. His success wasn't based on broad education, but deep, relevant understanding of manufacturing, assembly lines. And he knew how to implement it, or find people who did.
That's key, knowing what you need and how to get it.
Yes. So the principles of effective knowledge, according to Hill, first, you don't need to stuff your head with too many facts. Focus on the right experiences and knowledge for your goals.
Quality over quantity. Applicability is king.
Right. Second, lifelong learning is essential. Complacency is the worst enemy. You must always be ready to actively expand your own knowledge.
Keep growing through courses, experience, everything.
Exactly. But maybe the most crucial bit, especially now, know where you can find the knowledge you need, because you don't need to know everything yourself.
Leveraging others.
Yeah.
Networking smartly.
More than just networking. It says it's usually more practical and productive to be surrounded by a network of experts who share their specialized knowledge than to learn it all yourself.
Building a collective intelligence around you.
That's a great way to put it.
This really makes you question things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are we focusing too much on just accumulating facts versus strategically applying knowledge?
It's a paradigm shift.
It's not anti-education, but it redefines knowledge power as strategic use and leveraging that collective brain power. For you listening, it means identifying the specific knowledge your goal needs.
And then finding the best way to get it. Learn it or access it through someone else.
Right. Be a master of inquiry and synthesis, not just information storage. It's about building a knowledge ecosystem for your goals.
Ecosystem. I like that. Okay, so if knowledge is about strategic application, where do the actual ideas come from? The innovation?
Imagination. Right, that's where it starts.
Exactly. The book says every success starts with an idea. And behind the idea is imagination. It calls it the creative workshop of our minds.
The place where dreams become ideas and ideas become reality.
Yeah. and it distinguishes between two types. First, creative imagination, coming up with totally new things.
Like artists creating something completely original, or scientists with breakthrough theories, building from nothing.
Right, the spark. Then there's synthetic imagination, rearranging old ideas into new combinations.
Which is maybe more common in everyday innovation.
I think so. The example given is Sony and the Walkman. They didn't invent recording tech from scratch
No, they took a dictaphone, an existing thing.
and reimagined it, rearranged it, gave it a new purpose, turned it into a portable music player. Brilliant synthetic imagination created a whole new market.
Combining existing elements in a novel way. Powerful.
And the interplay between the two is shown with Asa Candler and Coca-Cola.
He bought the recipe, right? Didn't invent the drink itself.
Correct. Bought it for $3,000. But he applied ingenious plans and marketing strategies. He used synthetic imagination on business models, distribution.
And creative imagination for the visionary marketing. He saw what it could be.
Exactly. Transformed it into this global thing. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Imagination isn't fixed. It's not something you just have or don't have.
You need to work it out, like a muscle.
That's exactly the analogy. To stop it getting sluggish, you need to challenge and encourage it. Stimulate it, keep it active, train it like a muscle.
The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Makes sense. So you need to actively seek chances to think creatively, combine ideas, brainstorm new approaches, push your mental boundaries.
Now that's fascinating, the explicit instruction to train your imagination. It's not a gift, it's a capacity you cultivate.
Changes how you think about creativity.
Right. It suggests breakthroughs aren't just lightning bolts, but often come from deliberate mental exercise. So for you, how often do you consciously flex that imagination muscle?
Do you actively try to combine ideas or brainstorm totally new solutions?
Doing that regularly can boost your innovation capacity hugely.
Yeah.
See solutions where others just see problems. Mental prototyping.
Mental prototyping. Love it. Okay, so we have desire, faith, planning, strategic knowledge, trained imagination. What else is core?
Knowing yourself. Self-awareness.
Ah, yes. Seems obvious, but maybe isn't. The book argues it's a crucial building block for professional success, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. Honestly,
Not just a vague sense, but clear, honest awareness.
because a lack of it is linked to failure. Things like vague goals, lacking ambition, procrastinating, lacking resolve.
If you don't know your pitfalls, you keep falling into them.
Exactly. Self-awareness helps you constructively take action against these weaknesses, or at least balance them out with your strengths.
So if you know you procrastinate, you can build systems to counter it. Partner up, maybe?
Right, instead of just repeating the pattern. And the method for self-analysis, it needs honesty. Thorough and honest self-analysis.
No psychologist needed, just guts.
Pretty much. It suggests a checklist of tough questions. Have I achieved my aim for this year? Was I always friendly, courteous, cooperative? Did I make decisions promptly and firmly?
Oof, those require real reflection, not surface stuff.
Definitely. A frank assessment. But here's the really crucial part. Don't just rely on your own view.
Get an outside perspective.
Yes. Compare your subjective self-analysis with somebody else's objective evaluation of you. Someone trusted who knows you well.
A mentor, close friend, maybe a colleague.
Someone you can openly and honestly discuss your strengths and weaknesses with. That external view is invaluable for spotting blind spots.
That raises the question, why is that external view so vital? We think we know ourselves, right?
But do we really?
Well, our self-perception is often biased, isn't it?
Well-
We overestimate or underestimate ourselves. We all have blind spots about our habits, how we affect others.
Right.
So getting honest feedback from someone trusted, it's critical. It helps you see what you're missing or maybe strengths you don't even recognize.
It gives you a more accurate map of yourself.
Exactly, a realistic operational map. You wouldn't navigate tricky terrain with a faulty map, right? Success needs the most accurate map of you. And that often requires looking through someone else's eyes, too.
Closing the gap between who you think you are and who you actually are. Very powerful.
Enables much more effective action.
Okay, that's a great point about self-awareness. Now let's circle back to the subconscious, building on auto-suggestion. The book goes deeper.
It's not just storage.
Not just a dusty archive, it's an active influencer, shaping everything we do. It receives and stores sensory stimuli, feelings, thoughts, saving everything we've ever experienced, positive or negative.
Okay, so it remembers everything.
But more than that, it is also constantly exercising its influence on our actions. It's the silent partner pulling the strings.
Wow. So it can work for you or against you?
Exactly. It has this dual impact. It
Yeah.
can shape us positively, endowing us with strength and enterprise, a real ally.
Propelling you forward.
Or it can also shape us negatively, misleading us into despondency and pessimism if it's filled with negativity.
An internal saboteur.
Pretty much. So the core idea is, if we want our subconscious to help us reach our goals, we have to make sure that positive feelings play a leading role in our lives.
We have to consciously feed it positive stuff.
Yes. Feed it positives to make it a helpful and constructive guide. It's strategic, not just ignoring reality, but cultivating an internal environment that supports your aims.
And if you feed it negativity, rage, hate, pessimism,
Then the very opposite will occur. Your subconscious actively works against your desires, often without you even realizing it.
yikes. So this has practical daily implications.
Huge ones. The book says you've taken a huge step when you're able to avoid contact with doomsaying windbags and pay no heed to their discouraging remarks.
Curate your environment. Protect your mental space.
Exactly. And instead, make it a point to increase all positive impulses, such as enthusiasm and love. That's how you build a positive mentality long term.
Which reinforces the subconscious for success, makes the path smoother, creates a positive feedback loop.
You got it.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, it's not about being naive or Pollyanna-ish. It's strategic emotional management, mental hygiene.
Mental hygiene, I like that.
Your subconscious acts like a filter and an amplifier for your dominant emotions. It takes cues from everything you feed it consciously, unconsciously.
From autosuggestion and your environment.
Right. So for you, it means curating your world, internal and external, for positive, goal-reinforcing input. Actively shield yourself from doubt breeders.
It's a proactive defense of your mental state.
Because your inner world dictates your outer actions and results. You're the gardener of your mind, tending the soil.
Okay, powerful stuff on cultivating the inner world. Let's shift now to outward actions and attitudes. What's crucial for turning inner desire into outer reality?
Determination seems key.
Absolutely key. The book points to a lack of determination as the main reason for failure, based on analyzing over 25,000 life stories of people who didn't make it professionally.
25,000 failures. Wow. And lack of determination was number one.
The primary culprit suggests many great ideas just fizzle out at the point of decision and follow through. The resolve wasn't there.
The intention was good, but the sticking power.
Wasn't enough. But conversely, look at the multimillionaires, the successes. Two common traits. First, they were used to making split-second decisions.
Decisive. No dithering.
Right. And second, once decided, they stood firmly behind their decisions. Unwavering commitment to the path chosen, not swayed easily.
Quick to decide, slow to change their mind once committed.
Exactly. And the book even says a certain degree of stubbornness can be good as long as it's not deaf obstinacy.
Strategic steadfastness, not just being pig-headed.
Precisely. Resisting initial criticism or short-term bumps. Henry Ford again, sticking with the Model T despite pressure to change it.
He held on, kept making profits, he knew his market, trusted his gut.
Right. Strategic steadfastness. But, critically, Hill says protect that steadfastness from negative influences. Opinions are cheap, right?
Everyone's got one, and loves to share it.
Huh. Yeah. So, to avoid getting derailed, offer others as few opportunities as possible to express their critical opinions.
Interesting advice. Be selective about who you share with.
Especially if you're easily disheartened. It says, keep their plans and intentions to themselves, except for the members of their hand-picked team or trustworthy outsiders.
Guard your vision from doubters. Protect that early, fragile stage.
It's a radical idea almost. Strategic silence.
That's really profound. Protecting your mental space, your vision, it's not arrogance, it's discernment. Knowing who gives constructive input versus who just projects their own fears.
Strategic self-preservation.
It really makes you think, listening to this. Who are your trusted advisors? The ones who build you up, challenge you constructively.
And who are the doom-saying windbags you might need to tune out?
That selective listening is critical for maintaining resolve, building an internal and external shield for your goals, because determination is fragile against constant doubt.
So true. Okay, right alongside determination comes persistence.
Sticking with it when things get tough.
Which they inevitably will. The book says obstacles are guaranteed. We are all bound to encounter obstacles and difficulties.
No smooth sailing to big goals.
And most people, too quick to give up. But the successful ones, they stick to their original plans and give their dreams space to blossom. That's persistence, endurance,
So what does persistence mean exactly in this context?
It means work constantly on the realization of our goals and don't lose sight of them. Steady, consistent effort over time. Refusing to quit.
But not just blind stubbornness, right?
Crucial distinction. Avoid obstinacy and inveteracy. Don't stick to a failing plan just for the sake of it. If a dire need for a price correction or strategy change comes up,
You have to be willing to adapt. Flexible in approach, inflexible on the vision.
perfectly put, persistence with flexibility. And the book gives 4 simple rules to develop it, like an exercise program for endurance.
Okay, let's hear them.
1. Concrete goal and burning desire. Back to the foundation. The why that fuels the how.
Need that fire to keep going through the storms?
2. Thorough and precise plan. The roadmap. Breaks it down. Builds momentum with small wins. Makes the long haul feel achievable.
Sustained progress is key for morale.
3. Immunity to negative opinions. That mental shield again. Don't let others' doubts become yours. Filter out the noise.
Protect your resolve. Crucial.
And 4. Supportive relationships. An intimate, trusting relationship to a person or a group that provides you with support and assistance.
You don't have to go it completely alone. External encouragement matters.
Absolutely. A mentor, coach, mastermind, trusted friend. Their belief can anchor you when yours wobbles.
Looking at those 4 rules together, they're not just tips, are they? They're like an integrated system for resilience.
Yeah, they all work together.
Each part reinforces the others. Clear goal fuels desire. Plan makes it actionable. Immunity protects mindset. Support shores up resolve. It creates this powerful framework for weathering storms.
It's a complete package.
So for you listening, it means actively building both internal fortitude and that external support system. It's part of your persistence strategy, not just gritting your teeth, but intelligently structuring your whole approach.
Smart persistence, not just hard persistence. Okay, so that covers individual determination and persistence. What about those really big, audacious goals?
The one's too big for one person alone.
Exactly. The book is clear.
Mm.
The bigger the goal, the more complex the planning. The more complex the planning, the harder the execution.
And the harder the execution.
The more dependent you are on the creative, intellectual, and moral support of others. You just can't do truly massive things solo. Which brings us to the brain trust.
Ah, the brain trust. More than just networking.
Way more. It's a union of like-minded people, distinct from casual cooperation. A brain trust focuses on defining a common goal, developing competencies, and having a system of checks and balances.
Deeper, more structured, intentional collaboration, shared ownership of the goal.
Precisely. And the secret sauce. Its synergistic effect.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Exactly. When people who work well together combine their skills, talents, specialist knowledge, experiences, relationships, and use them to accomplish the same shared goal, the result is more than just the sum of its parts.
It multiplies, like an orchestra versus solo instruments.
Perfect analogy.
Yep.
It creates a surplus with which you can achieve things you could have never achieved alone. Overcoming limits, generating solutions no single mind could. Exponential growth and capability.
A collective mind working in harmony.
You got it.
What's really striking there is the emphasis on intentionality and structure. It's not just hanging out with smart friends, it's a strategic alliance, a cognitive collective where diverse intelligences amplify each other.
Yeah, structured synergy.
Each member brings unique assets focused on a common goal with checks and balances. It creates this space for accelerated innovation. Ideas get forged, refined, stress-tested.
Like a high-performance team for your brain power.
Totally. And it makes you ask, for your biggest goals, who are the specific people whose skills and perspectives, when truly combined with yours, could create that exponential surplus?
It pushes you to be deliberate about building that ultimate team, not accidental.
Exactly. Strategic alliance building.
Wow. Okay, so that brings us near the end of this deep dive into Think and Grow Rich. What a journey.
It really covers so much ground.
We went from that crucial burning desire and setting precise goals to building unwavering faith through autosuggestion.
Redefining knowledge beyond diplomas, harnessing imagination, practicing that tough self-awareness.
Right, steering the subconscious with positivity, then determination, persistence, and finally, the power of the brain trust.
It's a comprehensive framework.
It really is, and the core message comes through so clearly. Success, whether it's wealth or something else, is seldom the result of luck or coincidence.
It's almost always the result of these different traits and skills that, crucially, anyone can learn and acquire.
They aren't just gifts you're born with. They're cultivated habits, mindsets, actions. Applied consistently, they pave the way.
They create the conditions for success.
So a final thought for everyone listening. Consider that most significant, maybe seemingly impossible goal you have right now. The one that excites you, maybe scares you a little.
Yeah, that big one.
If you were to fully embrace all these principles we've talked about, from that fierce desire, meticulous planning, unshakable belief.
Strategic knowledge, trained imagination, honest self-awareness, protecting your mind, determination, persistence, building that brain trust.
Right, all of it. What single immediate action could you take right now that would fundamentally shift that goal? Move it from just a distant wish towards becoming an inevitable reality.
Just one action today.
Yeah, something to really reflect on. Think about these principles, actively apply them. The journey starts with that conscious decision to cultivate these learnable traits, starting today.